Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny if you're new to my channel, and I make makeup videos such as tutorials, hauls, reviews, fashion, and all that good stuff. So today's video is going to be on these two right here. This is the original Beauty Blender. This is the nude one. It's a little bit dirty, don't mind that. And then this is also the Real Techniques Beauty Complexion Sponge. I think that's what it's called. But I've heard so many people rave about this product, saying it's the perfect dupe to this one. So yeah, I'm going to put these to the test to see if this is a dupe or a dub. And I'm just going to be using my regular products that I've used. I already moisturized my face. I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder Matte Perfecting Primer. If you've been watching me, you know I love this stuff. And this one right here is the Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse Foundation in the shade Sandy Beige Medium 1. So, starting off with just a little bit overview of these two, not being wet or anything. Whoa. When I squeeze them, they're both really bouncy, but I can tell you that the original Beauty Blender is a little bit more soft to squish and more like airy. This one is really bouncy still, but it's a little bit stiffer. But I'm going to get these wet and let you guys know how they feel afterwards, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I got these two wet, and surprisingly, this thing blew up and it's a lot softer than what it was when it was dry. It literally feels exactly the same as the Beauty Blender. I am so excited to use this now. I forgot to mention to you guys, I love how it has like that flat surface. Unlike the Beauty Blender, it's going to make it a lot easier to like cover surface. But, okay, if I had a tip on mine, you can see it like the Beauty Blender comes a little bit more to a point than this one. This one's a little bit more like bigger than the Beauty Blender, and it's a little bit more like rounder, while this one is more like narrow and pointed. So that's the only thing that's gonna be like, it's gonna be a little bit harder to get to the like inner corners, but maybe no, that wouldn't work because you cannot get in there at all. But yeah, I'm gonna put these to the test. Okay, so let's first put on my primer, but I'm just gonna apply the primer where needed the most. Got a little bit up my nose. Didn't grab enough. And if you guys are wondering why I'm looking this way, that is because my mirror is right there. And I did my eyes before doing this video, so that'll make this video recording go a lot faster for me. Alright, so I'm going to do 1/2 Beauty Blender, the other half Real Techniques. So I'm just going to do about a pump. That came out really bad, but I'm just going to do a pump, see how much that fits me. So this half is going to be Beauty Blender, and then this half is going to be Real Techniques. I already know how the Beauty Blender applies with this foundation, so there's not really much to say. I'm going to have to do 2 pumps actually. I love this foundation, how it comes with a pump, but it doesn't like bring out enough product, like, so you always have to use a lot more pumps. But other than that, this foundation is amazing. It really is an airbrush finish, and it's a medium to full coverage, definitely buildable. So if you like full coverage, you can definitely do a second layer and build it up. But I am just going to do 1 layer because I don't really feel the need to have full coverage today. Alright. So I got that on half of the face, and then I'm going to use the flat end of the Real Techniques sponge and do two pumps. Do 2 pumps on this and apply it to the other half. got some on my brows. Whatever. I'll fix it. Yeah, it's a little bit harder to get in between. Okay. Okay, I'm not really liking the flat end. It's a little bit like more difficult to blend the product, but I like the concept of it. It's just, I feel like it's a little bit too big for my face. That is, I have a really tiny face, but yeah, I feel like it's a little bit too big. I mean, it does cover more space, but I feel like it's too big, and like, I feel like it's a little bit, it's nice that it's flimsy, but it's a little bit too flimsy for that flat end. Okay. So I'm gonna look at how much the product soaks up. Usually with my beauty blender, it soaks up a little bit of the product, but that's how all sponges are. But I feel like the beauty blender doesn't soak up as much product as the Real Techniques one. Like, if you look on there, yeah, you can see like it definitely soaked up a lot of product. That's a little downer. Yeah, but like you can't tell with my beauty blender because it's already dirty, but I know that the beauty blender doesn't soak up as much as the Real Techniques one. But other than that, they almost work the same. Now I'm going to take you guys on a little bit of a close-up so you guys can see how they look like side by side. Okay, so here's a little bit of a close-up on my face. This is the Real Techniques. The Beauty Blender side, it pretty much covered my face like it normally does with the foundation. I usually have dark spots right here, and that is not really shown through with the Beauty Blender side, but I don't know if the camera's kind of picking up, but the Real Techniques side, you can still see my dark spots right here peeking through. So I'm just gonna add one more layer like right around this area to see if it's gonna cover it up, because like I said, this one does soak up a little bit more product. So here is one pump, and I'm just gonna dot that all over right here and blend it through. See how that goes. Okay, that looks way better. So you can't see the dark spots anymore. It looks exactly the same. So yeah, I'm gonna zoom out and let you guys know my final thoughts on the two sponges. Before I let you guys know my final thoughts, I thought I should apply some concealer just to see how that works out. So I'm just taking my normal Better Skin concealer, applying that there, doing the same thing on this side. I'm not going to do any down the nose or anything. I'll do that when I finish the rest of my makeup. But for the sake of this video, I will do this part. So I don't know, okay, I don't really know which side to use. Like, do I use this side? Do I use this side? We'll see. But I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender and blend it out how I normally would. I love this concealer so much. It works amazing. Okay, I'm going to try the big end first. No, the big end's not going to do anything. Okay. Now, I can tell you guys, the Real Techniques one is a little bit harder to blend things out with. Like, I don't know if you guys could see, but I'm kind of struggling with this one. Just because, like, the surface is so much more bigger than the Beauty Blender. Okay. At least it didn't take off any product from the concealer like it did with the foundation. I think I know the trick to this. I think you should put the put the foundation on your face first and then blend it out. Maybe you won't suck up more foundation. I'm definitely going to do that next time and let you guys know. Okay, so that is done. They look almost exactly the same with the concealer, but the foundation was a little bit different. Okay, final thoughts. I definitely choose Beauty Blender over Real Techniques. Is it a dupe? Not 100% a dupe, but it is one of the best out there compared to this one. I've had one in the past. I don't remember what brand it was, but it was literally exactly the same as the Beauty Blender, but I don't remember what it was. I'll try finding it and I'll purchase it and do another like dupe test. But back to these two. Okay, I'm not going to say anything really about the Beauty Blender because I already know how this is, so I'm going to focus on the Real Techniques sponge. So when you first have it and it's not wet or anything, it is really stiff, so that kind of like throws you off until you put it underwater, wring it out. It becomes a lot bigger, a lot softer. But over time, I can tell like as you're using it and it's drying up a little bit, it starts to get more stiffer, and I think that's why like I was kind of struggling doing my under eye concealer. And also another downer is it sucks up a lot of product, but other than that, it works really good. I had to go through, as you saw, with another layer of foundation right here just to cover up the dark spots. Unlike with the Beauty Blender, I didn't have to go in with a second layer. Usually if I went in with a second layer, like my whole face would be completely like flawless and you don't see any imperfections. But with this one, it took 2 layers to get the same coverage as this one because it sucked in so much product. So I wouldn't really say it's a complete dupe, but it definitely is a really good comparison to the Beauty Blender for about 11, 12 bucks less than this one. So I would definitely go out and buy this. If you haven't tried the Beauty Blender yet, go out and buy this. Test it out first if you want to get the Beauty Blender. But I don't really know what else to say about this besides for I like it, but at the same time I don't. Now, will I reach out for it? I probably will every now and then when my Beauty Blender is completely dirty and needs to be washed. But other than that, I definitely choose my Beauty Blender over it. Yeah, that's it for this dupe or dud video. Let me know if you guys want to see more dupe videos. I'll definitely do those for you. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!